WhiskyJason here from Whiskey Live Dublin 2024 together with
Adrian
from
Waterford Distillery.
We can almost see it in the background. How long have you been producing whiskey now?
So we've been started producing whiskey since 2015,
right.
So just a little over 8 years.
Right,
so we're still
good.
Relatively new to the scene.
But still, that's good. That's good. Very, very nice. We can visit you. You now have you accept visitors.
Absolutely. So we do tours 6 times a day. 6 times a week, 3 times a day.
Right.
So first tour starts at 11, and the last tour is at around 5:15. So
Excellent.
you can book the tickets online.
Right.
We have the slots in there, so people can choose the one that they choose and visit us and see the whole distillery as well.
Perfect. Let's talk about the products we have in front of us.
Yeah.
Let's start with the newest, your Cuvée, I think, right?
Yeah, so the Cuvée Coffee is our newest release, with Jason showing there now. So Cuvée Coffee is our newest Cuvée, which is a mixture of 24 different farms, carefully selected by our head distiller, Ned Gahan, and this is actually our oldest release that we've made at 6 years and 5 days old. So
Excellent.
our oldest whiskey in stock right now is about a little over 8 years old, so this is our oldest release actual in the bottle at 6 years and 5 days.
All right, except for that, what is your favorite?
Hard to say. There's so many good whiskies.
Well, you have 5 more to pick from.
Absolutely. So. There's a lot of really good whiskies that we have, but the Cuvées seem to be doing extremely well with the customers. The complexity that's coming through them seems to be the one that people tend to enjoy the most.
Now let's go over to the peated.
Yeah.
Now this is number 3 and number 4, I would guess. Both are heavily peated, or one is lightly?
Both are quite heavily peated when it comes to Irish whiskies.
Yeah.
The Lacken here on the left is at 57 ppm.
Right. That is high.
And then the Woodbrook on the right hand side is at 74. So it is
extremely high.
Yeah. So if I remember correctly, this at the moment is the heaviest peated Irish whiskey made to date. I could be wrong because there's so many amazing things that other distilleries are.
Heavily peated Irish whiskey made to date. Yes, I agree. I think so.
Maybe someone came up with a different one
I'm
already.
Sure someone's short cross is going to try to contradict you there.
Probably. So I don't want to say it 100%, but for the moment, the one that we released, I think it is the heaviest peated Irish for the moment.
People might not know this one. What is this? Argot?
So this is the Cuvée Argot. So this is a little bit out of our normal whiskies that we produce because this is actually bottled at 47%, and we usually bottle at 50%.
Yes.
So that's a little bit different. It is also a Cuvée, so we've combined 14 different farms in this whiskey, and one of them is peated, which means that there is a slight peaty component to this whiskey.
Okay.
It's not significant, but it has just a small touch of peat.
I think it's also the most inexpensive whiskey Waterford has ever brought out.
Yeah, so that's you could call it like our entry-level whiskey. Yeah. We don't really call anything our entry-level, but it is a little bit better priced because it's a lower ABV, so we can sell it for a little bit better value.
Very good. Then let's go over your organics. This is not biodynamic, this is organic.
So this is a single-farm organic. So this is from Killoan Farm in County Laois. So this is our distillery exclusive. So we only have this available at the distillery. We only made 600 bottles of this. And obviously, since this is a special day, we decided to bring it with us here so people can try.
And that's a little bit important, isn't it?
So so this is a sticker for the Growers Gathering. So we do an event called the Growers Gathering every month. The next one is coming up on the 29th of June this year, so not far away. And on that event, last year we released one of those whiskies, and we celebrate all our farmers that grew barley for us. We do an awards ceremony called the Barley Cup, where we award the farmer that produced the best quality of barley for us from last year, and then he gets a prize, and everyone has a good time.
All right, now for those of us that don't know the concept, I have a single farm from Lacken, and I have a peated from Lacken. Both of the barleys were grown at the same farm.
Absolutely.
So we have the edition 1.1 here. Without looking at the code, you probably know what year the harvest was?
It was 2015 harvest.
Very good. And this was also 2015 or a different
No,
one?
I think that was 2017 if I remember correctly.
That's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 2017.
All right, very, very good. So you have farmers you work with. There used to be over, how many? Over 100?
So we started with initial 40 on the southeast, and at the moment we work with 110 farms so far.
Crazy.
Yeah, so we're growing constantly.
And you visited the cathedral many, many times,
Three times, yeah, so far.
3 times more than I've been there. That's great.
Yeah.
Now, every single time I'm at different booths around this fair, I'm going to ask a couple questions.
Sure.
One is about barley.
Yeah.
Now, I don't have to ask Waterford about barley because you are the experts on barley.
I hope so.
So you have just go online, read through there. The next thing I'm going to ask always about is a little bit about wood and the cask you use.
Sure.
I've seen your warehouse; it's been great.
Sure.
So you get the special question. I don't know if you can answer it or not, but hey, we're going to see water.
Yeah.
Now in America, we say hard water. Mineral rich, limestone rich water is great. In Scotland, they say no, rainwater from Ben Nevis coming down or from the Ben Linus coming down. Soft water is great for whiskey to make whiskey. What is it in Irish? What type of water do you use at Waterford and why?
Okay, so
I know it's very geeky.
no, that's absolutely fine. So our water situation is actually very straightforward. So we have our own well system at hand at Waterford Distillery. It's the original well that we've been using since 1792. So in 1792 there was a brewery established called the Strangman Brewery that was established by the Strangman family.
So we get a history lesson as well.
Absolutely,
this is great.
Absolutely. And in there, basically, we're still using that original well.
Okay.
It still is the same supply. All we did was we added a couple of extra boreholes just to make sure that we have enough of a supply, but it's pretty much the same water supply that has been used on that site for over 200 years. The water in itself comes from Comber Mountains. It's filtered through basalt rock. So by the time it comes through to our distillery, the water is very soft and very pure. So we don't have to do a lot of things to our water. The only thing that we really do is to pass it through a UV filter just to kill any bacteria. And after that, water is pretty much good to go. So our water would be very soft in comparison.
That's something I didn't know, and I'm going to ask everybody here about the water or about wood or about the...
Our water at our distillery is very soft. It's not very lime scaly or anything like that. It is very good quality, and we believe that soft water is actually better for distillation.
Very good. So maybe the last question is Irish whiskey renaissance. Have we reached the peak, or we're just at the beginning?
I think we're coming close to the peak. That's my personal opinion. Again, I may be wrong completely, but the explosion...
Some people hope so, and some people don't.
Absolutely, but we started in 2010, 2011, let's say. We had 3 distilleries that are active, and just a month ago, I think, McCollin's opened their 50th distillery, so we have 50 active distilleries in Ireland, which is amazing in such a short span of time. But I think it's about time it's going to slow down a little bit. I don't think we're going to have much more extra room to facilitate more distilleries. I could be wrong. I hope I'm wrong. But I think we're going to start slowing down a little bit. And I think the companies that are well established, they're going to do well. And some of the smaller guys that are maybe not, as involved as they should be, maybe they'll be going away in the few years to come. I hope I'm wrong. I'd love to see all of them back here in a few years' time. But again, it's a tough business, so we may see a few of them closing down in the future. But let's hope not.
WhiskyJason, whiskey from the viewpoint of American over here today in Ireland, together with
Adrian from Waterford Distillery.
Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Thanks.